So hello everyone. In this video, we'll be seeing how we can use Superelevation XML file for our Indian project requirements. So this is my sample model in which we have attached a terrain at the background, and then we have a center line geometry. Over that, we have applied our corridor and with a single template, two lanes. So in order to apply super elevation, so we have three methods for super elevation. When we are going to use them, so one is your manual in which you can simply load your CSV file in a specific standard or a specific format in the Excel, so you can directly use that and apply over your complete corridor. Or if you're using the superelevation XML file, basically it's a rule file which while applying at the time of superelevation, it software asks like which rule file you might be using. So what does the rule file contains? It contains the options for E section as well as the L section. So let us have a quick look over that. So in order to apply super elevation, I will go to corridors, and under this section, super elevation dedicated section, I'm going to create a first create super elevation sections. So I will select this. I can give it any name, or it's up to me that I can go with the default one. So minimum tangent length here I have put as 1000. So if you put this value to 0, so what it will do, it will create different sections at your curve locations. Basically here at because at that there will be obviously some tangent length 0, so there will be separate sections of super elevation. So by default you can keep it as minimum tangent length as 1000, 10,000 as per your need. So feature definitions is by default selected super elevation. If it is not, make sure you select it by dropping it down and selecting one feature definition available by default, which is superelevation, and you can give it any name and just simply left click for the confirmation. Now it is asking locate corridor or alignment. So I will just simply zoom in and I can locate any of the handles of my corridor. So I will select this. So this is important, like it's asking the rule file's name. So there's a folder path. Using these three dots, you can snap to that file. So in our India workspace, we have India metric.xml, which contains your E as well as L sections. So as soon as I select my rule file, you can see I have E section and L section. So if I just have a look, what are the options available? So I have different codes available as E38, 1988, 73 for plain and rolling as well as your hill roads. Also, I do have separate E option for hill road without snow, as well as my default ones SP73, 84 for your two laning, four laning, six laning manuals, also as SP99. So you can select E section from here. Suppose I select this, and L section basically is your which type of terrain you are plain or rolling or mountainous steep, or even you are using it for expressways. So you can go with this and then select your design speed. So it's not that you need to apply super elevation with one design speed. You can have different design speed as well. So when you are going to create different supervision sections, so it will be having different design speeds as well, and you can assign different speeds later on even by selecting this supervision section properties. So if I go with the highest 100 pivot method, so you're having different pivot methods which you might be familiar. Minimum tangent length. Okay, now this it's time to give your confirmation to all the values, and yes, single left click. So it's going to process right over here, and it will apply the superillusion basically based on the calculations available in your rule file automatically. So here you can see this, I'm having left lane as well as right lane. So how to see those values? Take the element selection and just zoom in and simply click over any of the lane. So these triangle wedges even signify your direction. So this left edge of pavement is raised with respect to your crown. So in this manner, your wedge directions even tells you. The text in orange will show you how much supervision has been applied using that rule file. So it's a 5%, and this is your chainage. So at the curve locations, you are going to see these values. If you zoom it out, suppose you are not getting these colors, so what you need to do? So you need to go to View Attributes tab and just simply switch on this Fill option. So as soon as you do that, you are going to get these colors. So colors are indicators like where the maximum superelevation has been applied. So at this location, you can see the dark orange patch. So it signifies, and you can have a better understanding in terms of visualization. So also this was for your right hand curve, and now if we go for left hand curve, so you have different set of colors. So here also you are going to have, you are going to get these values even if you just simply click, and you can observe these values. So here if I go here, so it's minus negative 2% superposition has been applied. So this superposition comes from your rule file which I have selected, that XML. So that's very easy to use your rule file based on your Indian codes. So after this application of your basically your super elevation over your corridor, next important task comes to assign your super elevation to your corridor, because unless you do that, you are not going to get your super elevated section when you see or when you cut a dynamic cross section at any area. So for that, it becomes very much necessary, or even when you are annotating the drawings sheets, so the software must have the knowledge like which is the pivot point and which is the rotating point. So let us have a look how we can do that. So this was first step in which automatically your superposition has been defined using your rule file. Next simple step you need to do, go to calculate and select this assign to corridor. However, in many cases, it is being already assigned, but you need to have a check on that whether it's being done. If it's not done, it's best practice to always do it again. So it's asking in my notification window, locate super elevation section. So the outer green boundary, this is my super elevation section which has enclosed my corridor even. So I'm having this violet line for my templates, then these yellow handles for my corridors, and everything which is being encased in this green boundary. This is my supervision section. I will simply first left click, and since I'm having no more any more supervision, so it is asking to reset to complete. So I will reset using right click. Now it is asking to locate corridor. So I will select any of the handle, and now this comes important step, associate super elevation. So this is basically your assigning or associating your super elevation section with your points. So what I need to do, I need to select the super elevation lane. So I'm having two lanes. This comes automatically based on your templates. So in templates, we need to tick on the super elevation flag for my left edge of pavement, center line, as well as my right edge of pavement, or the points which we want to super elevate. The super elevation flag should be turned on for them. Then only it's going to be reflected right over here in superelevation lane. So also superelevation point will be edge of pavement left. Pivot point will be CL. Start station, give it 0 plus 0 0 or as per your need. Stop station, if you don't remember a stop station, you can give a higher value. So I just give 10 kilometers, so it will automatically restrict to the end, which is 5 kilometers, 565 meters. Priority, you need to give it a 1, and the same for your right. Do the same for your right edge of pavement right. Then pivot point will be obviously center line only, and again 0 plus triple 0. Stop station 10 plus triple 0, and give priority 1. After you do this, simply click OK. Now the supervision has been successfully assigned to your corridor, and now you can even see how my section is going to be super elevated. So let us have a look quickly. Open cross section view, look at corridor or alignment. I will simply select this and select one of the views. So I select view port number 4. So if I just move forward a little bit, so you just make a note like wherever I'm approaching the curve section. So from here you can see below, if I just move slowly, my left edge of pavement is going to rise with respect to my right edge of pavement, which is clearly visible right over here. So if I come to this point, you can see the left edge of pavement is completely above this center line even, as well as right edge of pavement is below. So this confirms that my superelevation has been applied successfully, as well as the it will whatever the cross slope values are there, they are going to be reflected in my drawing production when I'm going to do for my profile bands. So once you do this, your supervision has been applied, and now whenever you are going to create your drawing production, so it will automatically be reflected right over here, supervision band, and these cross slope values will also be there, so for the left as well as your for right. So it will be synchronized with the locations even. So whatever the chain at whatever chain edge these supervision values have been applied, it will reflect the same. So this was one method using your XML rule file. So in our India workspace, we do have this India XML for the super elevation application, which users can directly use it and proceed forward.